When we talk about direction, most people get it confused. Most people are waiting for a voice. Most people are waiting for a prophecy. Most people are waiting for a dream. Are we together? Most of the times, how direction comes is by a knowing. You cannot describe how you know. So if you are waiting for a dream, you might miss it. If you are waiting for a still voice, you might miss it. If you are waiting for prophetic words will still redirect you back. It's a knowing. You just know. This is what you ought to do. And the way you know is that you have faith for it. So let me explain how God directs. God directs by faith. Anything you have faith for, are we together? Anything you have, listen carefully. Anything you have faith for, God has given it to you. Anything you have faith for, God is directing you to. God's direction is faith-based. Let me use an example in scriptures. Everything you see Jesus do, he said, I don't do anything except I see my Father do. Right? And let me tell you what he was saying. So, Jesus was working to heal Jairus' daughter. That's what he saw the Father doing. Right? Then a woman touched him and was healed. He did not see that. Are we together? Let me explain it. Jesus, how God directs him is by faith. He's not hearing God. He's seeing. And I will explain it with two scriptures. So, how Jesus moves, the way he journeys in the Gospels, is how he sees faith. So wherever he sees faith, that's where God is directing him to. I said, how God directs you is by faith. So everywhere Jesus sees faith, he's going because that's where God is. That's where God is leading him to. That's what he meant by anything I do, I see my Father do. Because it takes only faith to please God. So anything that God is doing is faith-based. So what Jesus saw was that Jairus had faith for his daughter to be healed. That's what he saw God healing. So he was going. That woman had faith. God has healed her. But he did not see it. So she touched the hem. And he said, your faith has made you whole. Means God has made her whole. You still did not get it. When they lowered the crippled man from the ceiling, he said he saw their... He what? He saw. That's what the Father is doing. That's the direction. So now the power of God is going there. I'm saying this so that you don't suffer with direction, because Christians have suffered with direction. Where is God directing? I don't know. If you want to know, a Christian can claim that he's hearing God. Anything, yes sir. Once it's for people, the Lord is saying you should do this. When it comes to delicate matters, that's when he becomes humble. Because he knows he cannot gamble with his life. Gamble now, go, gamble. That's why you know if you are truly hearing God the way you are hearing God. Once it's programmed, I heard God. When it's delicate matters now, ask them, did you hear God? Sir, I've not heard. Because they don't know. Anything you have faith for, God has led you. The leading of God is faith-based. God is leading them. How he led them from Egypt to the promised land was nothing but faith-based. Anytime they don't have faith, they will camp. Anytime, sir, there's no faith, they will camp. That's why he said he pained God because of their unbelief. They stayed 40 years Not because God cannot lead them in 2 days, but because they cannot walk by the leading of faith. Faith is God's leadership system that he has put in place. When he said, go and spy the land, they went and spied the land and said, truly, it's flowing with milk and honey. But we cannot. Therefore, then we have to wait for the people who can. The people who can see by faith. The people who have the faith, they can take the land. The hand of the Lord will come strongly upon you if you have the faith for it.